Yo, hello everyone. It's good to see you guys. Let me turn this on real quick. There you go. Turn that off. Alright. What's good, y'all? It's been a while. How is everyone? Riding the Fams here. We are back with some more of the Lightning Round. It has been at least a month from what I can remember. It's been at least a month since I've last did this. You know what I mean? So we're back with another episode of the Lightning Round podcast. Of course, I'm your host, Riding the Fams here. You know, this is the one time out of the week when definitely should be the one time out of the week where we sit down and we talk about what's what's happening around the world. We have some topics in hand. We usually talk about them. We chill as a community. So it's been a bit. It's definitely been a bit. A month's worth of content missed, but we can try to catch up on all that and come back from where we left off. So this is episode 53, the last episode I did. If I can take a look back, shouldn't be. Hopefully, it won't be too long. Well, I'll take that back. I know it won't be too long. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out what was it I last talked about in that episode. So give me one moment. Let's see. I last talked about NFL Week 4. So yeah, definitely a month's worth of stuff that we have missed. I missed 5 weeks of stuff to talk about. But you know that's fine. We could just catch up on where we last, on where we were. So today we got some things to talk about. We're gonna talk about Destiny 2. We're gonna talk about Bungie for a bit. We're gonna see what's going on in the world of Bungie. We're gonna be, of course, talking about NFL Week 9. You know, we need to talk about all the games, all the stuff that happened in the NFL, Week 9 throughout the NFL. So definitely buckle up for that. We're gonna have some fun with that. And of course, last but not least, I guess that's really what we're gonna talk about. There isn't really all that much to talk about. And I do know we're gonna talk about Bungie's layoffs. Yeah, we're gonna talk about PSN. My bad. I just now I remember just from looking at the title. Yeah, we're gonna to talk about PlayStation as well. So PlayStation is doing a crazy update, which of course you guys would have seen it on my last stream where I'm streaming uh like like a dragon, and I happened to catch that. So we're definitely gonna talk about that. In fact, we're gonna talk about them now. Why don't we? The PlayStation X thing. I can pull up an article with that. You know what? Fuck it. Why not? Let's pull up an article with that and see what we can find, because even I find that crazy. And yes, I need to be talking about this as well with the NFL, so I will get to that. That'll probably be the first thing I'll talk about when it goes to sports. So that's all fine. So let's go ahead and whoops, PlayStation and X. So yeah, why not? We might also talk about it here. So here it is, as of November 13th. So you got at least a week's worth left to upload as much stuff as you can. So important changes to the PlayStation communities on your PS5 console as of November 13th, 2023. Integration with X, formerly known as Twitter, will no longer function on the PS5 and PS4 consoles. This includes the ability to view any content published on the PS5 and PS4, and the ability to post and view content, trophies, and other gameplay related activities on X directly from the PS5 or the PS4, or link an X account to do so. For details on how to share game captures from the PS5, please click the button below. So that was the update I got as well. So here's my thing. Before I sit up there, yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out here. So here's my thing with that, okay? This is a very big deal for people that love to post clips on social media, particularly with this one. We love to post clips. Now, for me, my loop around is pretty easy. That's just for me. Use a capture card, but not everybody has that kind of equipment. So for me, I'm just grateful that I saved up enough money to get this kind of stuff. But for not everyone else is also fortunate, also lucky to do so, and that's understandable. And they have to find a crazy loop around in order to get this to work. So I get it. But before I get all too pissed about it, oh god, and start pointing fingers at PlayStation in particular. And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of reasons I want to point at PlayStation, but this might not be one of them. Um, the reason why I say this may not be one of the situations is, look, we all know this at the end of the day. X is not looking good. Twitter is not looking good. Each day that passes, there's always something going on with Twitter to where it fucks everything up. And if not a PlayStation problem, it's always something with Elon Musk, and he just messes everything up on the website. So, that's why I said before I even so much as say this is a PlayStation problem, you gotta understand there's always something going on, and this is before this update even came out. There's always something going on with Elon and this website ever since he took over. But I will say this: um, I want to see if this is more than the PlayStation problem. Okay, now what do you mean by that? What do I mean by that? Twitter, I'm sorry, not Twitter. The Nintendo Switch has this same ability. I don't know about Xbox, but Nintendo Switch has this same ability. I want to see if this is taken off of the Switch before I go ahead and I start pointing fingers at consoles, okay? That's why I say this. Because if the Switch gets this shut, if the Switch decides to shut down with this too, this is a Elon Musk problem, not a Sony problem, not a Nintendo problem. I don't think it would have anything to do with them. It would probably have more so to do with Twitter more than anything else. Now I will say this: if this does truly get shut off, which it will, um, I would say they could look at other sites to finally start uploading content on. I mean, we do have Blue Sky, which is looking to be an up and running thing, considering people are more and more getting tired of Twitter. Plus, they just want to find a spot where they know that they can go ahead and chill out, and not have to worry about some bullshit going down every 10 minutes. I can confirm Switch can put up clips and screenshots directly to Twitter. Yeah, and that's what I want to find out. That's what I want to find out. What I want to know is what's happening to PlayStation now, right now. Is that gonna happen to Nintendo at some point? Is Nintendo gonna fuck around and say, you know what, we're gonna follow up and just say, you know what, we're done. We want nothing more to do with Twitter. We want nothing more to do with X. We're just gonna have our own thing and go about this differently. So yeah, before I go ahead and come at them for it, I need to see if this is a Twitter problem, because there's always something going on with this site now. When can we get private random accounts on Blue Sky? I have no idea. I've not gotten on Blue Sky in like a couple weeks or so, but hopefully the people that are in charge of it will give you that option to make some private accounts. So hopefully there is that. Xbox just has a post screenshots recording of their own weird server thingy. Yeah, they probably have their own community thing going on. Like how it is with PlayStation, where okay, you make clips and then you go down below of the game that you made a clip off of, and you see it from there. Yeah, I think Xbox do have something like that. I don't think the Nintendo Switch has anything like that, and that's where I'm wondering how is this gonna work? Because unless if Nintendo is gonna fuck around and be like, you know what, we're gonna go ahead and copy what PlayStation, Xbox does, where they just have their own like community hub looking thing. That's gonna be interesting. So we'll see how that'll go as time progresses. Me, that's why you haven't been on, because some person followed me and I don't know who they are. Yeah, a lot of people will follow you on that site and you don't know who they are. Now Nintendo also in the same menu, you can post to Facebook and Meta. Yeah, for me, I want absolutely nothing to do with Facebook. So for me, this is a L on that end, because it's like, okay, cool, you can go ahead and post stuff on Facebook. That's fine and all, except I don't get on it at all. Period. I stay away from that shit, and I'm happy to stay away from that shit. So that's just me. I want nothing more to do with it, so that's kind of useless. Yeah, like I know you're just saying for you. I know you're just saying, but yeah, for me personally, it's just one more thing I'm gonna have to cross off. If they get rid of Twitter functionality, gotta get rid of that too. And I agree, but personally for me, I don't think this is gonna be a Twitter. I don't think this is gonna be a console problem. I really don't think this is a console problem. I really think more so, if anything, personally for me, I think this is a Twitter problem, but I'm gonna wait and see. Personally, I think at this point they're just so fucked up that they're just cutting losses with what they're doing. Yeah, that actually is, Bow. I remember, God, I remember seeing all the ads with that shit. It was terrible. But yeah. As far as I'm concerned, yes, this is a huge blow. But here's how I see it. If you can find workarounds, find your workarounds and use it. If you have a capture card,
hey yo, what the fuck?
You think I'm lying? That's actually a thing. Yeah. If you can find your workaround, do your do your workaround if you have to. If you're a PlayStation user, so yeah, don't be afraid to start using that capture card, or start putting your clips somewhere on, like, say, a flash drive or some crazy shit like that, and just, have at it. Zenogre, welcome as always. We will see. We will see. All right, so next I want to talk about. Yep, how you doing, bro? Hope life has been going well for you. Um, yeah, next I want to talk about is, of course, Bungie. We need to have this talk with Bungie, okay? Now, I mentioned it last week with the raid. I mentioned it last week when I was doing the raid, but we have to talk about this now. So, Bungie, this was like last week or so, but still I need to talk about it now. Um Bungie decided to go on ahead and start hitting with layoffs. If y'all don't know. Um 8% of the Bungie's game unit staff were laid off because of Destiny playtime hitting very low. They said roughly 100 people were laid off, and report sales at Bungie are running at 45% below projections. Now, this is not good, considering, for the people that got laid off, they worked their asses off on this game. And more so not good is this. So the soundtrack you hear when you boot up Bungie, the guy that made the soundtrack is gone. He also got laid off. And this very much pissed off a lot of players, considering the soundtrack for Destiny has been relatively damn good. So they're just, a lot of people, they're just voicing their displeasure. But here's the deal: it gets worse. So not only did Bungie decide to go ahead and hit devs with a layoff, the Final Shape expansion for Destiny 2 has been delayed. Now, you would think having it be delayed, you would think that would be a good thing, but this coming off of laying off devs, and this is one time it's not looking all that good. So it was supposed to come out in February 2024, but now they decided to delay it all the way back to June 2024. Now, I don't exactly have I don't exactly have tweets of this, sadly, but I will tell you this. I did look at this, and I'm be like, oh shit, these guys are really, really upset with this. I saw some players that just sat up there and said, fuck it, I want my refund, and they're just getting their money back from the expansion. So I guess that goes to show where we're at in Destiny right now. You know what I mean? Whereas Bungie is going more and more down the shitter. So this doesn't come as a surprise when I sat up there and I said this last week, and I'll say it again even while I'm about to get on Destiny in a couple hours or so. When I get the Necrochasm, when I get its catalyst, because I have to continue going, so even if I get the weapon, I have to get the catalyst with it. When I get that, I'm not touching Destiny anymore. Like, I'm legitimately done. At this point for me, I just want the Necrochasm as my final end game goal. And then after that, I can just sit up there and fully delete the game until further notice, until they show me otherwise that it's worth having to come back to, or unless if I'm in the mood to play it. So, yeah, relatively speaking, Destiny right now is looking like it's going to be on thin ice. We're not looking at a Destiny 3 if this is what's going to become of this game. We'll be lucky to even play it for like at least another 5 to 10 years. And then after that, we'll be hearing, oh, I thank everybody for playing Destiny, so we're going to go ahead and shut this game down. I see it coming a mile away. That's how these game companies work. I see it coming a mile away. But yeah, with that being said, that's Bungie. Back on some bullshit yet again. Man, oh man. Okay, so next, it's time we talk about some football. Okay? If you guys have any other topics y'all want me to cover and talk about, feel free. I'm pretty sure there's probably a lot that I'm missing. You know, particularly when it goes to gaming or when it goes to other things in the world that's pretty fucking crazy. But if so, then feel free if you guys can look something up. Oh, PSO2. Oh yeah. Yeah. We could definitely talk about that. PSO2. What's going on here with PSO2? Let's see if there's any articles with this for you, cause you told me about it, but I need to know if there's any articles with this with PSO2. Zing Code 3. Okay, there you go. I see this right here. I see some of this stuff right here. So I'll just go to the recent one. That's this right here. Okay. So thanks to Fuyu for bringing this to my attention once again. We got a PSO2 problem. So anybody that loves playing PSO2, if you are on the PC, do not get on this game. If you are on the PC, I repeat, do not get on this game. If you have a PS4, PS5, Xbox, you are safe. You do not have to worry about this problem. This is practically a PC problem until they fix the issue. So here's the deal here. We're going to go ahead and read this. First of all, let me make it clear. I've read everything good, bad, and ugly that's been posted about here about the anti-cheat change and even some of the videos about it. So I'm not completely out of the loop. But I'm also not getting any concrete answers either. Second, I don't want to read more Doom posts. All I want is actual answers. So I hope I can get some real answers and even actual evidence. If someone here with actual experience with Weblina can answer my very specific questions, I also plan to create another post asking more stuff about the next update to see how good or bad things get for everybody. So I'll stick to the compatibility mode in the meantime. Okay, here are my dumb but very specific questions. 1. Does Zing Code 3 start at Windows Startup or just when you launch the game? That's question number 1. Question number 2. I heard that Zing Code 3 keeps working in the background after you close the game. Is that true? Can a simple Windows restart solve it? Question 3. Security and privacy wise, Does Zinco 3 scans the entire drive for suspicious stuff or just certain parts? 4. I get that Zinco 3 eats more system resources. That's a big no-no. Um, I get that Zinco 3 eats more system resources compared to Gengar, but how much of a performance impact it actually is. If anyone has actual numbers to back this up, the better. The better. Okay, 5. I run. Well, that's his PC setup. Okay, does anyone here that had or better has a better setup, or similar system? Can someone tell me how their experience was with Zinco 3? It's on de novo levels of worse. Jesus Christ. Let me go ahead and finish up the questions. This is question six. To make matters worse, I use the Microsoft Store version of New Genesis, meaning I get extra stutters. Not to mention, DLSS stopped working in the game after the last big update, but I still get a decent FPS. And no, I do not want to link to switch to Steam. Okay, that's his choice. And if that was not enough of an issue, I had to stop using the tweaker due to base game becoming DLC and Microsoft making it impossible for the tweaker to adapt to the Microsoft store changes. So, how much you guys think I'll suffer if I use Go 3 with PSO2 and New Genesis? Okay, based on your own experiences from the other games. 7. From time to time, I use other software. Okay, man, I need to sneeze. Okay. From time to time, I use other software to read guides I download while playing the game. Does Zinco 3 will fuck me up if I do that. 8. I also do some screenshotting, but I don't use any mods or shaders. But I moved resulting files to another location while the game is still running. Am I gonna get fucked by Zinco 3 if I keep doing that? Okay, so those are 8 questions this person had when it goes to this problem. And I'll be honest, these are a lot of fucking questions, but I understand why there's a lot of questions because you don't want your hardware to get fucked up. So I don't blame them for asking this many fucking questions. I mean, ask away. Do as much as you possibly can. Ask as many questions as you can. So I get it. So Fuyu had an answer to a few of those questions. I don't know if this is from her looking up more information, especially since this threat was 11 days ago. She said 1, it starts during the Windows startup. 2, yes. So she answered 1 here, and she answered 2 here. Does it keep working in the background? The answer is yes. 3, I guess. Does number 3 right here says it's on de novo levels of worse? I don't know if that answers number 3 or not. Number 4, I don't know if saying yeah, so you also can't mod with that new anti-cheat. One of these says answer another one of those questions, so you can't mod with that. So reshade, it's a bannable offense now. Oof. Yay. So yeah, if you're looking to have any shader mods, take them off immediately. You didn't hear most of the questions. I'll just go ahead and I'll just copy and paste them. So here, if you got any answers for that, have at them. I'll just put it on your I'll put it in Gilded DMs if that helps. There. Sadly, no numbers, but still. There. That's all of it. Okay. Oh, also, I forgot one more. Damn. Not that. There you go. Give me a minute. Okay. So with that being said, I will say this. For PSO2 at this point, you better have a fucking console. Like, legitimately, you better have a console right now. if you want to even so much as continue playing the game, because the way how I see it, the game is practically a virus waiting to happen until they can fix this problem. So I obviously will not be touching this game, or not on no PC. First off, I don't even touch it on PC at all anymore. Ever since it came out for the PlayStation, I didn't feel the need to install it on the PC anymore. Considering it helps my PC out. It gives my PC some space to breathe, and I can actually you know, stream and chill out. So I don't see a reason for me personally. I don't see a reason to install it anymore. So yeah, right now PSO2 is not my problem. Um, Now I do know this: if somebody wants a PS4, I got a PS4 right here collecting dust. So if any of the fans want a PS4, I mean, I don't give a fuck. I can just give you that. You can go play go play some PSO2 through that. It's not bothering me. So but yeah, at the end of the day, this is not a good problem for anyone that is using PC at the moment. So right now, for the time being, until they fix this problem, do not get on this game. That's all I can really say. Too many too many issues, too much stuff going on. Did it die? Did it really die, or is it back up? Cuz I'm looking at it from here. It's absolutely fine. I think. The fuck? Okay, am I still alive? Can y'all see me? What happened? It says I'm live. It says I'm live. So definitely take a look and see. Yeah, I'm still here, so just yeah, I'll wait for y'all to refresh. Let me know when y'all can see this. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what the hell happened. Okay, that's fine. Thank you for answering to the best of your knowledge with that, Fuyu. But yeah, as far as I know, uh, yeah, as far as I know, I guess there's not really much I can go off of except just don't touch this game on PC right now. That's all I can really say. Too many issues, too many questions. Just don't touch it for now. If you have a console that can download this game and play it, I recommend you do that. Hopefully you were able to link your shit beforehand. I hope. But yeah, for the time being, just don't do anything. That's all I can really say. So yeah, Bungie's fucking up, Sega's fucking up. Hopefully these companies can get their shit together. Alright, so let's talk about the NFL for a bit. Let's talk about them for a little bit. So, before we talk about week 9, I want to talk about some signings after week 9, which is crazy. So, Carson Wentz signs with the Rams. If you guys remember, Carson Wentz used to be a quarterback of the Eagles from 2016 to 2019. And then after that, I'm sorry, 2019, 2020, I believe. And then after that, he left. He decided to get traded. He gets traded over to the Indianapolis Colts for a first round pick. What a fucking move. That first round pick turned into Devontae Smith. At least if I'm correct, I believe it did turn into Devontae Smith. Because I swear he's like one of our only first round wide receivers in God knows how long. But since then, he's been going from team to team. He went from the Colts, of course, you see here. He went from the Commanders. Both lasted a year, and now he finally signs to a team after 9 weeks of NFL play. He signs with the Los Angeles Rams, so that'll be interesting. I guess he'll be there as a backup in case if Matt Stafford goes down or is struggling so bad to the point they're like, you know what, fuck it, we'll just bring him in, see what he could do. But yeah, I guess I just wish the best of luck to Carson. I mean, he did what he could here. He helped us deliver a championship, and he helped us get us a first round pick. Albeit, it's a shame for him. He had to deal with fucked circumstances such as that concussion injury from Jadeveon Clowney. But aside from that, I wish him best of luck. Sorry about that, I'm eating. Okay, so we got another one. Jordan Matthews. I have not seen Jordan Matthews literally since 2018, 2019, I believe. I think it was 2018. Literally right after 2018 when the Eagles won the Super Bowl and they went back to the playoffs the following year. They lost to the Saints, and he called a touchdown pass. That was the last time I saw Jordan Matthews. Sorry about that with me eating. So yeah, since 2018, I have not seen him, but hey, he's still somehow making that money. Jordan Matthews signed with the Panthers, from the practice squad, and he gets elevated up to the 53-man roster. So congrats to him. Still making that money, still getting his spots whenever needed. So I'm happy for him. I thought by now Jordan Matthews would have went to either the CFL or maybe going to the XFL to at least, be a starter and be a veteran, be there. So, that's what I thought was going to happen. But, hey, I'm happy for him. Like I said, make that money. So, that's actually crazy. 2 former Eagles find some crazy spots to be in. Especially the Rams when it goes to Carson Wentz because I remember seeing that game. Carson Wentz tore his ACL in that game against the Rams. But before he was declared out, he threw a touchdown pass in a torn ACL to Alshon Jeffrey, which is pretty fucking crazy. Still to this day, that was some crazy shit. But yeah, I wish Carson the best of luck. And same thing for Jordan Matthews. Okay. Now we got some football games to talk about. Let's talk about it. Week 9. Yeah, stream did die, and it died out of nowhere. I don't know how or why it happened. I legit don't know. But it just said, fuck it, I'm just gonna die for a little bit. We have the Steelers and Titans. Steelers win 20-16. Pretty interesting game. This game did not live up to the hype. I'm sorry. So, Chiefs beat the Dolphins 21-14. And look at this stat. You would have never thought that you see this stat right here between these two players. Tua Tagovailoa and Patrick Mahomes. You would think when you see the Dolphins and the Chiefs and how good their offenses have been, you would think that you would see at least one player out of this, maybe both players, put up over 200 yards passing. And not one put up over 200 yards. I cannot fucking believe it. I'm going to say this right now. Had this happened, and Travis Kelce, I'm going to get to in a little bit. Had this happened and had Travis Kelce actually get 40 yards receiving, I would have won $500. So, yeah, they cucked me. Both players cucked me. Boo these guys. And yes, I know there's an alert coming with that. But boo these motherfuckers. Because how the hell is it, out of all the weeks of football, you choose to throw for under 200 yards? How is it possible that out of 8 weeks through football, both y'all motherfuckers throw for under 200 yards? I cannot believe it. With Patrick Mahomes, of all people, having the lowest out of the two with 185. Huh? What the fuck is going on? I'm like, am I in a freaking genjutsu today or what? Still can't believe it. When I told people, when I was at the Eagles tailgate, when I told people like, yo, Patrick Mahomes has 185 passing yards, they looked at me like I was fucking crazy. People at the tailgate looked at me and said, are you fucking serious right now? Literally their words. Like, is this some joke? And I'm like, no, it's not a joke. Not at all. They legitimately put up this stat line. Now, I don't know if this is because of the fact that y'all overseas. I'm guessing it has something to do with that, with y'all being jet lagged. But still, no goddamn way you're going to tell me y'all could not put up 200 yards passing, let alone 225. The least I was expecting was at least at least 225. Come on. But hey, it happened. And these fuckers cost me money, but they're not the only ones that cost me money. This fucker right here cost me money. In fact, where is he? Travis Kelce! What's wrong with you? Back-to-back weeks, he has been a no-show. What the hell is this? I know it's hard to see because it's a little dark, and it's a little tiny, but Travis Kelce put up 3 catches for 14 yards. How the hell did the Chiefs win this game? Their highest receiving, so my physical body is... Their highest amount of yards receiving is Noah Gray with 34 yards. How the fuck did the Chiefs win this game? How? The Chiefs literally had no business winning this game. This is a stat line you'll see from like the 4th or maybe 3rd receiver, third or 4th, maybe 5th best option on the football team, and this was their stat line coming out of the game. I cannot fucking believe it. I more so can't believe the fact that they won this game. So, yeah, some wild shit in the NFL. Some extremely wild shit in the NFL. Vikings beat the Falcons 31-28. Saints beat the Bears 24-17. Packers beat the Rams 20-3. Jesus Christ, what the hell? No wonder why the Rams signed Carson Wentz. Commanders beat the Patriots 20-17. That's crazy because initially the Patriots were taking over. So it's crazy how they won this game. We have ourselves a contender for Clap Cheeks of the Week. Ravens destroy the Seahawks 37-3. We're going to take a good look at the stats. It's crazy because passing-wise, this does not look like anything crazy. Lamar Jackson, efficient, but he didn't score any touchdowns passing. 21 of 26, very efficient. 187 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. But on rushing, that's a whole different story. Rushing, Keaton Mitchell, 9 carries, 138 yards, 1 touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 10 carries, 60 yards. Gus Edwards, 5 carries, 52, 2 touchdowns. So they scored all 3 touchdowns just by running. That is absolutely insane. How the fuck did Odell Beckham get a passing, get a receiving? Wow, so they had to have done the trick play. Somebody did something. Okay, so Tyler Huntley got a touchdown, 5 of 7, 38 yards and a touchdown. Okay, now I see it. I'm not even going to look at the Seahawks stat line because they got destroyed 37-3. It's not even worth it. But yeah, there you go. That's our contender. First contender right there for Clap Cheeks of the week. We got more to come. Texans beat the Buccaneers in a crazy game. 39-37. This was probably one of the best games of the week. Thanks for lurking, Zenoga. I'm almost done here. Baker Mayfield, 21 of 30, 265 yards, 2 touchdowns. CJ fucking Stroud, bro. I gotta tell you, the future is bright for this dude. The future is bright for CJ Stroud. I haven't seen a quarterback put up this kind of stat line since fucking Patrick Mahomes, maybe. Like his first year starting. And I think that was the last time I've seen a stat line like this. Hold on. Okay. But yeah, like I said, CJ Stroud's future is very bright. 30 of 42, 470 yards and 5 touchdowns. Not only was he efficient, but goddamn, did he ever shred the Buccaneers. So let's take a look at the stats for both teams. Mike Evans did not score a touchdown, which is crazy because on one of the highlights I thought he did score by rolling in, but he didn't. 4 receptions, 87 yards. Cade Otton, 6 receptions, 70 touchdowns, 2 touchdowns. Trey Palmer, 3 receptions, 51. Rashad White, 4 receptions, 46 yards. He also got some. Damn, he did very good. He got two rushing touchdowns, 20 carries out of 73 yards, 3.6 yards per carry. And he also got 4 receptions out of 46. That's not bad. That's pretty damn solid. Not bad. All right. Texans, C.J. Stroud, masterclass. Noah Brown, who I'm going to get to in a minute with his former team. Noah Brown, 6 receptions, 153 yards and a touchdown. Dalton Schultz, another former Cowboy, 10 receptions, 130 yards and a touchdown. I'm going to get to the Cowboys in a minute. Tank Dell, 6 receptions, 114 yards, 2 touchdowns. The rookie-to-rookie combo with these two is crazy. Nico Collins, 3 receptions, 54 yards, and a touchdown. Already better than what the Chiefs put up. Absolutely insane. Let's see. Was there any sacks in this game? Did anybody? No one really got any sacks. Will Anderson. I need to see what's going on with Will Anderson Jr. Because I have some questions with him. See any sacks in this game? Okay, we got a sack from Shaquille Barrett here. And a sack from Kalijah Chansley. Nice. I remember him. Okay, but yeah, what a ball game. This was probably the best game of the week, to be fair. Well, most high-scoring game of the week. If people picked the under for Buccaneers and Texans, you lost a lot of money. Oh my God. Remember when I said that we might have a contender for Clap Cheeks of the week? Yeah, I don't know, Chief. I mean, I understand. It's Cardinals Browns, but yeah, not scoring a touchdown at all. It's terrible. Complete shutout. Deshaun Watson, 2 touchdowns, 19 of 30, 219 yards. Jerome Ford, 20 carries, 44 yards. Amari Cooper, 5 receptions, 139 yards and a touchdown. Clayton Tune, 11 of 20, 58 yards, 2 interceptions. Jesus Christ. I know this for a fact without even looking. Myles Garrett had a field day. Colts beat the Panthers 27-13. Our third contender for clap cheeks of the week. Who got these cheeks clapped? Of course, we got the Raiders beating the Giants 30-6. Oh my God, Tommy DeVito sounds like our usual. I swear when I see the name DeVito, you know what I'm thinking of, and it's not the quarterback. 15 of 20, 175 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Aiden O'Connell, 16 of 25, 209 yards. Saquon Barkley, 16 carries, 90 yards. Josh Jacobs went off, 26 carries, 98 yards, 2 touchdowns. Darius Slayton, 59 yards. Trey Tucker, 52 yards. I don't think there's much to look at here when it goes to receiving because Josh Jacobs pretty much lit shit on fire. And of course, Fox's game of the week, Eagles Cowboys. Our game of the week, to be fair. Okay, so let's take a look. This was a crazy game, and I say this not only because of the way how it ended, I say this because of the quarterback's stat lines. You would think heading into this game that somebody was going to throw an interception, and not one person threw an interception. Not Dak, not Jalen. Dak Prescott, 29 of 44, 374 yards, 3 touchdowns. That's probably one of, if not the best games I've seen him have this year. And it sucks that it came at the expense of the Eagles, but hey, it is what it is. Jalen Hurts, efficient stat line. Not as efficient as C.J. Stroud, but damn efficient considering what he was up against. And this is his toughest opponent yet, being his rivals. Jalen Hurts, 17 of 23, 207 yards, 2 touchdowns. Tony Pollard, 12 carries, 51 yards. DeAndre Swift, 18 carries, 43 yards. You see the similarities in these stat lines is fucking crazy. The biggest difference in this game when it goes to the stat lines is the receiving yards. CeeDee Lamb, 11 catches, 191. A.J. Brown, 7 receptions, 66 yards. His streak finally ends of not getting 100 yards. But he did help me get 50 yards, and he did score a touchdown. So thank you, A.J. Brown. Also, 2 touchdowns passing, I believe. Right? Hold on, let me see. Yup. 2 touchdowns passing. He also got a touchdown running. So 3 touchdowns in total for Jalen Hurts today. Not bad. Kenneth Gainwell also got a touchdown. A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith both got a touchdown. Devontae Smith also helped me out. Thank you out for that. Thank you for that. Dallas Goedert, I should have bet on him getting 50 yards. I'll talk more about Dallas Goedert in a bit. Yeah, if you were hoping for a defensive game, you weren't going to get it until the end of the game. Which is crazy. Because no defense showed up to play until the end of the game. Where it just took the Eagles defense to show up. So, massive of course, as always, congrats to the Eagles. We won. I'm surprised I don't hear any Eagles command because Eagles is not here. I guess so, because I haven't done this in a while. Yeah, the Eagles won. They advanced to 8-1 on the season. The Cowboys advanced to 5. They advanced to 5-3. I'm sorry, they dropped to 5-3. My bad. Cowboys dropped to 5-3, and gotta tell you, if you're a Cowboys fan, you may think, oh, okay, your team's all good and everything. Here's the problem. You gave the Eagles a ton of room to lock up the NFC East. So, I'm going to explain it like this, okay? These are the Eagles' next couple games. They have the Chiefs coming up. We saw what happened with the Chiefs. We saw what happened with them today. I'm sorry, we saw what happened with them on Sunday. But I'm just going to say this. This stretch might not be that bad of a stretch, but it all depends how everything's played out. If the Eagles so much as beat the Bills and beat the 49ers before they go up against Dallas again, they might even beat the Chiefs. Considering. It depends on how this will all go. If the Eagles so much as take 2 games before they go back to Dallas, the season might be over right then and there. Because no matter what happens with the Eagles-Seahawks game, we know what's going to happen come Christmas Day when the Giants face the Eagles. That's an automatic W. Regardless of what happens with the Eagles-Seahawks. So what the Cowboys are banking on right now, because they just lost this game, they need the Chiefs to beat us. They need the Bills to beat us. They need the 49ers to beat us. Now, is it realistic? Yes, it is realistic. Yes, that Christmas, Fuyu. And I will not be going to that game. You can fuck that shit. You can have that shit. But there's no reason to go. Because, look, if the Eagles are facing the Giants, for me personally, there's no reason to go. Not only because of the fact that I have to, well, I might be cleaning that shit up. I might be, I might not be, I don't know. But also simple fact is like this. The Eagles, like I said, they're probably going to win that game. Hell, they might have the division on lock beforehand. I will say this, 3-1 is not a hard stretch to think about when it goes to this Eagles team. Because the Chiefs have been struggling. The Bills have been struggling. Yes, the Chiefs won, but they still struggle. The Bills have been struggling bad. The 49ers, don't even get me started on the 49ers. The 49ers have been dog shit throughout the past 3 weeks. So, yes, could the Eagles lose these games? Yes, but they could also win these games. What was once a tough stretch don't seem like that tough of a stretch to me. I don't know about you guys. The Chiefs don't look like the same team that they were when they beat us in the Super Bowl. To be fair, they should have lost to the Bengals. I'm going to say this till the cows come home. They should have lost to the Bengals. They had no business going to the Super Bowl that year. Because the Bengals looked like they were the team that was ready to go to the Super Bowl that year. But it is what it is. What happened, happened. But right now, the Chiefs have been suffering without having a number one target. Yes, they have Travis Kelce there, but if Travis Kelce can't get it moving, if the Chiefs so much as put up that kind of stat again, they're not going to get away with it when it goes to the Eagles compared to the Dolphins. So, and the Bills, I don't know what the fuck's going on with the Bills, but I know this for a fact. The Bills lost. Bills lost badly. They lost, well, not badly, but they lost 24-18, and they've been having some issues. While, yes, Josh Allen went 26 of 38, 238 and a touchdown, it don't feel the same. It don't feel like that this is a team that wants to go to the playoffs for real. I don't know why. It don't feel right. It don't feel right. They just feel off. They're as off as the Eagles are. The only thing is that the Eagles, they can bounce back from controversy as they have been so far the past couple weeks. Plus, they've been dealing with injury. So, speaking of that, let me talk about that with injury. Jalen Hurts have been dealing with a knee injury since what? See their schedule. He's been dealing with a knee injury since the Commanders game. Either the Commanders game or the Rams game. Either way, he's been dealing with a Rams game for practically a month now. And he's still out here having to put in as much work as possible, winning 3 straight games, the only loss being to the Jets, which is fucking crazy considering what happened to the Jets this week. So no excuse for the Bills this time around. So yeah, we'll see what'll happen. Monday night, November 20th, we will find out if the Eagles can take out the Chiefs or if Patrick Mahomes is going to once again beat this team. This is their biggest test, in my opinion. Their biggest test. I understand the Chiefs wide receivers are not there anymore. It's not the same. But Patrick Mahomes is still Patrick Mahomes. He's going to make something out of nothing. He's going to make chicken salad out of chicken shit somehow. So, that's the biggest test. And getting shredded by Dak Prescott and Sam Howell, That's why I said this is their biggest test. So we'll see what will happen with them on Monday. But yeah, as far as this goes, if the Eagles continue, if the Eagles so much as win two out of those three games, the division is on lock. I'm letting you know now. The Cowboys stand no chance. If it happens, if we don't know yet, because this Eagles team right now, you already know my problem with this Eagles team is when it goes to the end of the game. Now you heard, if y'all were in the VC, you heard how I reacted when it was 3rd and 3. And this is the one thing I want to see cleaned up after the bye week. It's situational awareness. When it's 3rd and 3, you run the fucking ball. Especially in a situation like that. You run the ball on 3rd and 3. The worst that'll happen is he doesn't get it. Or he gets a yard or two short. And then you got, of course, the infamous brotherly shove to get you the 2 yards you're looking for. So, yeah, hopefully that gets cleaned up heading into that game. So, of course, Eagles right now, they have their bye week. So, we're going to have free Sunday football this week. So, yeah, I'm going to be enjoying that. Free Sunday football, week 10. So, y'all get to see me all day on Sunday. Let's see our next games. Oh, by the way, before I go ahead, our clap cheeks of the week is probably gonna go, honestly, Ravens and Seahawks. I'm gonna tell you why it's Ravens and Seahawks, okay? Before you go ahead and proc that alert. Before you do it. Because here's how I see it.
Clap them cheeks! Clap them cheeks! Clap them cheeks! Clap them cheeks!
Fine, afterwards, I don't care. The way how I see it is this. The Cardinals, they're known so far to be shitty. The Cardinals are bad. Real bad. They're terrible. Cardinals are bad. They've been bad the whole year. Their only win this season came at the expense of the Cowboys. The Giants are bad. Like, they're bad. That's why I'm going to be like, alright, these are very shitty teams right here. The Seahawks, on the other hand, is not a bad team. So this hurts worse for them. The Seahawks are not a bad team. They're 5-3, and they got clapped like this. That's why I'm going to give this to them. Now I'm going to take a look at their schedule. They got the Commanders next. That actually might be interesting. 4-5 versus 5-3. As far as we know, what if Seattle drops this game? It's going to make it real interesting if they drop this game to the Washington Commanders. Really interesting. And then after that, they got their rivals, the Rams. Then they got the 49ers next. And then it's a matter of what the hell's going to happen when it's a battle for the NFC West. So yes, for the Seahawks, this is not good. But we'll find out if they're going to respond and rebound when they go up against the Commanders on Sunday, November 12th. So yeah, for them, they deserve that award. The other two, I expect them to be bad. The Seahawks, I expect it more of a fight. So we got our Week 10 matchups. We have Panthers-Bears. Remember, the Eagles are not playing, so bye week. Thank you. We got Panthers-Bears. That's a terrible game. We got Colts-Patriots. We got Browns-Ravens. That might actually be interesting because the Browns and Ravens are two very good teams, so that's something to pay attention to. We got the Packers and Steelers. I don't care too much. We got Jags and 49ers. I would say to this, but look at this. The Jags are fucking 6-2. So shit is interesting here. I forget that they're 6-2. But here we are. Trevor Lawrence is about to start taking names, and this is the litmus test to find out if this is the case. Is he really coming for that spot? Is he really coming to dethrone Patrick? Is he really coming to overthrow Tua? Is he really gonna be here to take his place? To take his own spot at the elite podium of AFC quarterbacks so far this season. Because guess what? Right now I can tell you this. It's Mahomes, it's Burrow, it's fucking CJ Stroud who's making his name. It's Tua, and the rest we'll find out. That's 4 tough ass quarterbacks in this conference that he has to deal with. Probably more. I'm probably missing some. If I am, just let me know. I'm sorry, Josh Allen, 5. The only problem I got with Josh Allen is his inconsistency. But when man's on, he's on. Speaking of, I need to talk about this matchup in a bit. But, yeah, 49ers Jags, that's a game I'm going to be looking forward to. And it's stress-free football for me, and I'm going to fucking enjoy every bit of it. Saints versus Vikings, I don't think I care so much about that. Texans Bengals right up there with 49ers Jags. This is going to be a must-see game. Considering what CJ Stroud just did to the Bucks, I want to see if he can do it again to the Bengals. And if he does, we're going to be in for a fucking shootout. Oh, man. Place your bets on who gets touchdowns, who don't get touchdowns. Because damn am I going to enjoy this. Alright, Titans Buccaneers, I don't care. Lions Chargers might be another solid game. We'll have to see. I don't know because as far as we know, the Lions can take this. They're 6-2 as well, or they can fuck around and choke. We will see. Falcons Cardinals, I do not care. Cowboys Giants, we know who's winning that game. Let's not go there. Commanders and Seahawks, that might be an interesting game. Jets and Raiders, do not care. And if this is the Monday night game, go do something else with your daily life on Monday. Because Broncos and Bills will look to be a fucking blowout. So, who do I pick to win these games? Let's see. A couple of the games, because some of them I won't care about. Personally, I think the Browns might take this game. I think they have the team necessary to shut down the Ravens defensively. I think they can shut them down. So, yeah, I think Browns and on their defense alone will be enough to withhold the Ravens. So, I'm picking them. 49ers, Jags. I'm actually going to pick the Jags here. I think the Jags give the 49ers some hell and they beat them in this game. Texans, Bengals is probably going to be the toughest pick I could ever make because this is going to be a shootout. So, who do I pick to win this game? Personally, my heart says the Bengals, but my gut says the Texans. I'm going to go with my heart here and say the Bengals. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to say the Bengals because I think Jamar Chase might be too much for the Texans to handle. Because he's a damn solid dude. Very physical dude. Now, yes, they did okay versus Mike Evans. But Jamar Chase is a whole different fucking animal. So, we'll see how it goes. I hope they prove me wrong. And no, I will not be betting on this game when it goes to money. I will be betting on the 2 quarterbacks. But as far as I'm concerned, I think Bengals might take this just off of Jamar Chase alone. Because I think he's going to put up a solid-ass game. If Mike Evans did that to them, I can only see what Jamar Chase is going to do. I would love to be wrong. Titans, Bucks, don't care. Lions, Chargers, this should belong to the Lions. This should. But I will not be shocked if the Chargers fuck around and say, "Yeah, this is mine. I'm winning this game. I'm winning this game. No matter what you do, I'm winning this game." Falcons and Cardinals don't care. Giants, Cowboys, we already know. Commanders, Seahawks will be interesting. I'm gonna pick the Seahawks for obvious reasons, but if Seahawks fuck around and choke, oh man, it ain't gonna look too good when they go up against the Eagles. Especially if they're healthy. Healthy Eagles is always a good thing. Jets, Raiders don't care. Broncos, Bills don't care, and that's everything throughout the rest of today's podcast. It's been a while, and I'm happy to do this again. Okay, so like I said earlier, I'm going to be going after the Necrochasm, and once I get the Necrochasm very soon, I will be going after its catalyst. But yeah, that'll be happening in about an hour, so 5:30 p.m. I will come back and I will do the Necrochasm catalyst and try to get it. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm not going to be all too crazy about trying to get it today because I think I'm pretty short. I think I got like 10 or 13 souls. So it's going to require another run next week, even if I complete this, no matter what happens. So, yeah, we're just going to continue collecting more oversouls to get the weapon. And then when we're done, we have to go after the catalyst. And then that is it. No more Destiny. I will tell you this though, when Destiny is finished, I do have a game in mind. I do have some of these games will be moved to specific slots. I will tell you this right now. I think Tales Berseria might be moved to a Tuesday. It depends on the situation. It may or may not. I don't know. Of course, Wednesday we're gonna continue on with the Call of Duty story and our last one of the Call of Duty story. It's Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. That is the last game I will be doing when it goes to Call of Duty. And then after that, if I have that membership left, I will go and I will do some multiplayer just to chill out. Uh, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're back with Anime Night. I don't think we ever finished One Piece live action. I don't think we did. I don't know. Correct me on that if we have or if we didn't, because we need to actually we actually do need to do that. Speaking of COD, Modern Warfare 3. Yes, I do know the recent Modern Warfare 3. That's not the one I'm talking about. I'm talking about the one beforehand. That's the better one. Now I can do the Modern Warfare reboots. To be honest, they're actually good. The wrong one is getting review bombed. Whew, I'm not surprised. So I'm gonna wait on that when it gets on sale. But I will say this: I can do the Modern Warfare reboots because two of them are very good when it goes to its story. Two of them are very good. I don't know about the third one. I haven't seen any of the third one. And of course, we have Like a Dragon Ishin at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on a Friday. I might change that because Saturdays are all in. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday I work. The 10th, 11th, 12th, and 13th I work. So I might change that to an earlier time, so stay tuned for that if I do. And of course, Tales Berseria at 5:30. And that's everything throughout the rest of the week. Alright guys, till then, I will see you back here in an hour where we will continue on with our Destiny Crusade of trying to get the Necrochasm. Till then, you guys just, stay safe, Even if you don't come back, stay safe. Don't be a dickhead to your fellow people. And hopefully I'll be able to catch you tomorrow when I start Modern Warfare 3. The better Modern Warfare 3, not the other bullshit. But yeah, there's that. So, yeah, later.